What's up, YouTube family? Well, today is gonna be one of those days where you're gonna get two videos, and the video I'm about to do, I got the idea off of another YouTuber that I just recently followed. She's awesome. I'm gonna leave her down in the link below, but she did a letter to her teen, like her high school self. And that got me thinking about, I want to do that. I wish I could tell my younger self everything that I know now. And, so I wouldn't choose the path I chose. I mean, now I'm fine, but it wasn't always this way. So this is just gonna be the intro, because I am gonna, on the next clip that you're gonna see, is gonna be like me talking to myself. I don't know how that's gonna go, because I get very emotional on certain things, so I don't know how this is gonna go. But just stick around, please, and support me right now, because this is a big step, and I never thought about it till I saw somebody else do it. And I think I'm in a time in my life where I'm about to be 28 years old, that I feel like it's time to just let everything out. And what can I tell my young self? Something like that. It's hard to explain, but I'm just going ahead and do this. So all the supports will be greatly appreciated. So thumbs up and leave me a comment down below, and words of encouragement, anything that you guys can give me, I'll take it. So I'll be right back. Hey Jericka, how are you? It's your older self, and I'm 28 years old, and we are in 2017. Well, I wanted to talk to you about growing up, and some of the decisions that you're gonna make, and how you should go about it a different way. Now, I'm talking to the 13-year-old me. And I know it's been tough. It's been tough, I know. You've been through a lot so far. You found out you were adopted. You lost your virginity. You ran away. And your biological mom died. That's a lot to take in for a 13-year-old. And I'm very aware of that. But what can I tell you? Because the girl I know, she don't want to listen to no one. She want to do what she wants. But I have hopes that you would listen. Years is gonna go by, and if you continue doing what you're doing, it's gonna get real rough. I'm gonna talk as of what you have done. Just sit back and just listen. You would chase these no good boys around. You would meet a boy named Adonis, and he would not be your type, but you still give him a chance, and you end up caring about him a lot. But He was very indecisive, and he left you. You had a broken heart, and instead of healing your heart, you just moved on to the next. The next guy is Jesse. He will destroy you. At 14 years old, you will be destroyed. He's coming as Prince Charming, everything you ever wanted. Bad boy, but always caring about you. You would sneak him into your house. You would get caught many times by your mom. And you would start disrespecting her. It's gonna come to the point where you're stealing from your own mom because you feel like it's your money, because it's your adoption subsidy. And baby girl, no, that's her money. She gave you a roof, food, clothes, and the best life she could give you. She deserves that. You end up running away with Jesse and robbing your mom blind. You took her whole all her savings, just because you did not want to go move to Puerto Rico, because you didn't want to leave Jesse behind. All this time, Jesse's having an affair with an older woman. He has a whole new identity. He has stolen IDs. And what he does is hangs out with you for a couple of days with the money, and then he robs you. And he takes the money, and he leaves you alone and scared in a runaway group home. You eventually call your mom, and your mom picks you up. She takes you to court the next day, and she doesn't know if to press charges or to forgive you. And your mother is great because she forgave you and dropped all charges. At this point, you're still so young and so dumb and so blindly in love, and you start looking for him in every hangout place that you know, and he's not around. So one of his buddies that happened to be your buddy as well for the past year, and you trust, you ran away again because the time is closing in and you have to go to Puerto Rico. And you decide to stay with this friend. And you trusted him. And what happens next? He rapes you with his friends. All 6 rape you. You leave, and it's now 4 or 5 in the morning, and you knock on your neighbor's door, and you let them know what happened. Next morning, you go up to your mom, and since you have lied so much, your mom don't believe you. She thinks it's just a lie, and you have to deal with that, which shouldn't deal with. But by the way you were going, you can't blame her. You move on to Puerto Rico. And things is nice. But you're still depressed because all your friends and family is in New York. You stop going to school because depression has taken a hold of you and the medication doesn't allow you to get up in the mornings. And if you do go to school, you just cut and you hang out because you don't understand the language. But honestly, you just didn't put in effort. You end up dropping out of school in 10th grade. But a year in Puerto Rico, you meet a good guy, a humble guy, a sweet guy. And you're just so messed up. You just don't know how to deal with having someone that actually genuinely cares about you. And you start becoming very physical and abusive to him. So he gets tired one day and he lays his hand on you. And you're in shock. You would then move on, still with him, and come down to New York for vacation. You was not faithful. You cheated on him plenty of times. You go back, he forgives you. You would get a call that your dad needs you because he's sick. And you already know he has cancer. You go down to New York to help him because you want to bond with your dad, because you never had a father and daughter relationship, and you want to feel loved and wanted by that man. And what does he do? Has you as a slave in the house, scrubbing floors on your knees, and then kicks you out because you're not spending 24 hours a day with him. And you end up going to your grandma's house. You'll be there for a whole year. You will meet this guy named Gary. He wasn't a bad person at first. He was actually a really nice guy. Just a guy that made very wrong decisions in life. And I feel like what attracted me to that person was that we were both a little messed up. Doctors told you when you were young, and you know this, that you wouldn't be able to have children. And that's not true. I know that you dwelled on that a lot, but it's not, baby girl. You will have children. You will have 4 amazing children. Your firstborn is going to be called Jeremiah, and you had him with Gary. Things don't work out with Gary. You have to go back to Puerto Rico. You meet this other guy. And you thought he would be the one, but he wasn't. And then you have a daughter. A little girl named Kylie. Wonderful little girl. And you will go through postpartum depression. But you will conquer it. And then you will meet your husband. Such an amazing guy. He teaches you how to live again. He don't care about your past. He loves you unconditionally. He's your backbone. And you will have 2 beautiful children with him. A little boy named Xavier and a little girl named Victoria. Now, reality is you'll be a high school dropout. your future that you pictured so vividly as a child won't be one. You won't be a lawyer. You won't be a police officer. You will just be another statistic that didn't do anything with life. And I tell you in this video everything that's gonna happen because I just wish that you would make some better decisions. At least finish school. At least. Now, reality of things that I would like to prepare you for. February 2015, your mom is gonna call you to see if you could take your little brother because she's not feeling too well. She was diagnosed in 2009 with cancer and she beat it. She's strong. But ever since the cancer, her health went down. She started having thrombosis on her leg, which is a blood clot. But she was just such a warrior, you know. April 9, 2015. It's gonna be the day that your life changes forever. You're gonna get a call while you're having lunch with your husband, and someone is gonna ask you if you are the daughter of Rosemary. And when you say yes, she's just gonna blurt out that your mom died. And you're gonna go run out. And you're gonna throw yourself on the floor. Because your biggest fear is now a reality. Somebody just ripped your heart out of your chest. You will struggle. You will know family won't help you. And you start what they call a GoFundMe page to help for funeral expenses. You would then fly down to Puerto Rico with no purpose, empty, dark. You will have to now go fight for your sister because Child Protective Services have her. And the lady she was staying with while your mom was in the hospital wanted to keep her. You win that. You gained enough funds to pay for the funeral. You sold everything in your mom's home. And it's now time for the funeral. And you close your eyes, hoping that it's not real and that they had a big mistake and it's not your mom there. And you go in, eyes closed, as the funeral director guides you. And when you open your eyes, your best friend, your mom, she's dead. Why am I telling you this? Because you didn't appreciate her enough. You made that woman suffer so much. You gave her such a hard time. When you should have just loved her. And make her proud. Before she died, she did say she was proud of you. But you would still feel like you were. Like she wasn't. You let her down. So many times. Just fix it. Just fix it. You would then gain custody of your brother and sister. And it will be hard. I will not get into further details. But you let your mom down again. All I want to tell you is that don't underestimate yourself. You're smart. You're beautiful. Dream as big as you want. Stop hanging out with the wrong crowds. Take school seriously. And love your mom. Because you won't have her long. And she did pass away. And so did Grandpa. And so did Grandma. And you won't have no more family but the ones that you just created. It will feel lonely. You will have times that depression gets the best of you. There will be times that you feel like dying. But you're stronger than that. You have a beautiful group of kids. You have an amazing husband. And you have a good brother. So chin up, baby girl. You can do great things. I know you can. I love you. You're strong. Well, that's it. That's all I could tell you. You got this. Smile big. Not everything is full of sorrow. Make good decisions. And love your mom better. Because once she's gone, there's nothing left.